Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the first ever episode of The Mouthpiece. That's right, I'm your host with the host, Mike the Mouth Matiso, and we are going to get into poker. We're going to talk strategy. We're going to talk live phone call strategy here in the card player office. We're going to talk a little bit about my life, a little bit about my sick degeneracy on the online poker world, and about what's going on in the poker world. So sit back and enjoy as I take you on a wild ride on the Mouthpiece.
We are here at the house of none other than Mike the Mouth Matiso, the day before the premiere of his show, The Mouthpiece. This is Mike Matiso. As you can see, this is a typical day for Mike Matiso, around 5 p.m.
Holy shit.
You gotta be kidding me.
So, Mike, how has your day been so far today?
Fuck off.
Did you have an enjoyable day?
Yes.
Did you win money today?
No.
Did you have sex with your beautiful girlfriend who's laying next to you?
No.
Why is that? Hi, Mike.
What the f*** are you doing, man? Now that you guys have finally woke me up, I guess it's time to show you around my life as I take you on a tour of the Matiso house. Here we have my living room. Third living room. My empty chandelier with my stained pet carpet. That's right, it's empty. Here we have my Greg Raymer bobblehead doll.
Oh, yes, Michael. Yes, Mike. I will submit to you. Yes.
Here we have some sticks. This is my living room. Over here we have poker 2002 and 1999 things. Here we have my favorite cat. This is Flash.
Flash, run, Flash, run!
Where are you going? This is my kitchen. Not much to it. Kind of a nice kitchen. I don't think I've ever cooked in it. The fridge. Fridge is kind of full, right? She just went shopping. Here, Fresca. Diet Pepsi. Cream soda. Excuse me, I just need a piece of salami real fast. This is my food closet. Don't need to look in there. How's this? Doctor recommended no gritty texture, fiber therapy for regularity. What is this, to help me shit? This is my backyard. These are my new flowers. Aren't they cool? Look at my new flowers. This is my backyard. It's a pretty nice backyard. We have my waterfall, my river run. We used to have some good parties back here. Had a lot of days with a lot of naked girls running around this backyard. They used to, before they built these houses back in my party days, we used to have naked girls run up and down these walls. There's some crazy stuff going on here. Here we have the washing machine. This is where everybody cleans the clothes that I never wear. Here we have the garage. Yes, the garage with my filthy car in it. It used to be clean. Yeah. See all this? Cat hair. cat. That's where the cat sleeps on my car every night. And I can't even keep my car clean because my cat sleeps on my car every night. We have very, 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 very fuzzy cat hair. This is my hallway. My girlfriend's bathroom. Do not look in there. This is my game room slash wet bar slash foosball table slash running machine that has a lot of cobwebs on it. This is where I play poker. My couch. That is my phone that rings. Why I play poker. This is my mother. Hello, Mother. Hello, Mother. Mom, you're driving me nuts. Right, Mom, I'm in the middle of an interview right now. Can I call you back? With, I don't know. With the camera. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Mom. I won't die, Mom. I will die, but not right now. If I owe too much money now, Mom, to die. Okay, love you. See?
Seriously.
That's the girlfriend. Here we have 5-hour energy. Now let me tell you what false advertisement of 5-hour energy this is. This is called 5-hour sleep. They renamed it 5-hour sleep. You take a 5-hour energy, and in about 3 minutes, it puts you right to sleep. Right, honey? See, she took one. These are my meds. This is my Depakote. This is my Lexapro. These are my Ritalin. These are what keeps me sane. This is my Q-tip. Okay, we're done. You're done with me. Get away from me. So as we come back from the nice, wonderful video of my house and my home, you guys get to know a little bit more about me and what I do during the day and how really sick I really am. But I am ready to take you on that tour. And I'm going to go over some hands that I really realized this week were a little bit fishy on my point as I rolled into a great starting week in online poker as I blew up to a $50,000 lead at one point this week, only to find myself a smooth $75,000 loser. That's right, that's another 125 downward for the Mike the Mouth Fund on online poker at yours truly, fulltiltpoker.com. Anyhow, with that in mind, we can go over some hands that I witnessed this week and got to really realize what brings a star on the online poker world. That's right, I witnessed our good boy, David Benjamin, put in a $95,000 in a pot on a jack. Let me go over this. A jack 5-8 flop. That's right, a jack 5-8 flop with 2 hearts. His hand, though, was the jack 5-7-9 with 3 hearts in his hand. So he had the big jack high flush draw with the jacks and 5s. Unfortunately, he was up against top set and a gutter ball 6-4 with a gutter ball 7 in the PLO. As the 7 rolled right off, making David drawing to just a heart with 3 hearts in his hand, one that cannot compare the board Don't worry, it rolled off, and David Benjamin was our superstar of the week for a $180,000 pot. That was our main hand of the week that I witnessed. Now going back to live action of the Mike the Mouth show, we will witness hands that I got to play. That's right. Now you will witness the Mike the Mouth hand. That's right. Mike the Mouth re-raising and button raise with pocket sevens. What happens when Mike Matusow re-raises a hand with pocket sevens and no limit hold'em? Let's see what happens. The flop comes deuce 5 queen, and Mike Matusow shoves in for 4,200. He is beaten in the pot as fast as he can be beaten in the pot. At this present time, Mike the Mouth Matusow, as I say. I don't even know what my f***ing name is, excuse my language. But thinks he's beat. As the hands are turned up, the man shows the pocket fours. The pocket fours for 4,200. No problem. 4-ball in the river for 9,500. There's Mike the Mouth's online life to go with David Benjamin's online life. And you're watching the Mouthpiece live from Card Player Studios. All right, everybody. Now we're going to welcome to my favorite part of the show, where we take live phone calls from our outside audience. We're going to talk about questions and answers. Let's see if I know what I'm talking about on the Mouthpiece. Hello, welcome to the Mouthpiece.
Hi, Mike.
What can I do for you?
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Oh, nice to hear from you. What can I do for you here?
I have a tournament situation. Let's say a player raises and you decide to smooth call with pocket queens in position, and it comes a paired flop, let's say 7-7 and a 5, and the player bets out. How do you typically like to play a hand like queens there? Do you like to call, or do you like to raise to determine where you're at?
Well, I like to flat call there and basically see what comes out on the turn. Now, if it's late in the tournament and I don't think the guy's got aces or kings, I'm probably going to put it all in right there. And if he does wake up with aces or kings, I mean, there's just nothing I'm going to do. But on the early parts of the tournament, I'm going to flat call. So it basically comes down to what part of the tournament we're at, whether we're in the early parts of the tournament or the late parts of the tournament. And I think when you're in the late parts of tournaments where chips are just so hard to find a quality hand, I think the right thing to do is just pray when you ship it in.
Let's say it is early in the tournament, and you decide to call, and then I'm
going to smooth call with the queens there, and I'm also going to smooth call on the turn with the queens.
Even if something like a jack comes on the turn, or you still have an overpair.
I'm going to try my hardest to keep the pot as small as I can, and normally in the early part of a tournament, you won't see somebody firing a second bullet, or especially they won't fire a third bullet without it. So, there's nothing wrong with raising, but then if you get re-raised, then what do? You're in a spot where you have to fold your hand, and I don't really like to do that there. I'm trying to keep the pot small and just call off my chips.
Thanks, Mike. Good luck to you.
You got it, buddy. Thanks for calling. Okay, we're ready for the next caller. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike. What can I do for you today?
Hey, Mike. How you doing? First off, I want to congratulate you on the new show and tell you how long overdue it is and how long we've been waiting for it.
Thank you.
Very excited to hear about the new show.
Oh, great. Thank you.
And I'm calling because I have a question about your thoughts on the new World Series of Poker schedule for this year.
Okay.
They added a lot more events, and they added a lot more no limit events.
Okay.
And I'd like to know your thoughts as to how you think they did when they created the new schedule, as well as the changes in the blinds and the number of starting chips, and how the fact that they doubled the starting chips, but they also doubled the blind levels, and if you think that this is actually going to add more play, or if it's just a ploy to let people believe that there's more play.
Yeah, it's just something that's going to make them believe that it's more, because if you get you double the starting chips and you go up to an extra level, you're basically starting with the same amount of chips, so I don't think that's going to make a difference at all. They're going to be long, hard, grinded out days, and when I first heard about the new schedule, I thought to myself that it was too many tournaments, and then after talking with the representatives of the World Series of Poker, they got to explain to me about how much it's grown, and that's why they need to add so much more than they used to have. But I was always a big believer that you had your 36 tournaments a year, and it was a special to win a bracelet. Now it just seems like with 70 tournaments, it just doesn't seem so special to win a bracelet, but it's also so many more people, so maybe he has a point there, and I'm not quite sure which way to go on that yet. I've been thinking it through, and I still haven't decided.
Yeah, it's and another thing is I was wondering if your thoughts on what you would have changed if you were on that committee that created the schedule and the rules and whatnot. You know, from everything from the 6% withholding between the entry fee and for the dealers and whatnot.
Well,
do you think that's a little excessive?
Oh, absolutely. I'm really against that. You know, I think it's really unfair that they get all the sponsorship money and then we're still paying juice on every single tournament, and also that they're taking out and paying. You know, they don't want to pay their own dealers, so we got to take that. So it comes to a point where I used to be a big tipper and I don't tip at all anymore, and I've been against them juicing these tournaments for the last 3 years because everybody's making millions of dollars off the poker players, and the poker players really don't do nothing about it. So, you know, there's not. I can speak my mind and say what I think, and that's what this show's here for. Because you know how everybody knows who I am. I'm very, very outspoken, and I'm going to say it like it is, and I'm against that. As far as the World Series coming down, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a big event, but I sure hope it's run a lot better than it was last year, because last year they really made a lot of mistakes, and you know, we'll see what happens.
Right. Okay. Well, thanks a lot for taking my call, and I wanted to say again, congratulations on the new show. We've been waiting for it for years, and can't wait to hear you every episode.
Yeah, well, really, we'll be here every week, and tell all your friends about the new show, the new phone number. Call in every week. We'll be taking questions, and I appreciate you calling in on the Mouthpiece. Thanks a lot.
Thanks again, Mike. You're the best.
Thank you. All right, let's take the next call. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. What can I do for you?
Hi, Mike. My name's Eric from Philly, and I'm a big fan of yours. I got an interesting question for you.
Hello?
Mike?
Yes, Eric.
Oh, hi. I'm a big fan of you. I got a question for you.
Okay.
What's a good strategy to use in a cash game where a guy comes in with enormous amounts of cash, way more than anybody else? Like, at your level would be a guy like Bill Gates coming into a cash game with you. What's an effective strategy? And he's really an aggressive player. How do you deal with somebody like that that can blow you away simply because he has 20 times what you got?
Well, we've always been able to say in No Limit Hold'em is money is power, and if the more money the person has, the more power they're going to have to push somebody around. So you know, when you're up against somebody like that, it's going to be real aggressive. It's going to be a lot kind of tough to play against. So it's going to make you have to play a lot more patient, because if you find yourself raising a lot of hands and they challenge you on a lot of hands, they're going to make it really difficult for you. So what you're going to have to do in this situation is tighten up, wait, let them pick apart a lot of small hands, wait to have more of a solid hands where you're willing to put your money in with, and go with it from there. You don't want to play too many hands and mix it up too much with a person like that, because you're not going to outplay somebody that has that kind of money. They're looking to just run over you or just control the table, and you don't mind letting them control the table for little pots. And when the pots get bigger, that's when you want to put your money in.
So you got to be really careful and choose your battles in this thing, because you have to be pretty sure that you got a strong enough hand to go after a guy like that.
Exactly. You know, you want to if you're going to play one pair, you want to make sure that if you have like aces or kings or queens, that you really put a lot of money in on the flop or pre-flop, because if you keep the pot small to keep this guy in, I mean, this guy has no problem with call with bottom pair. Or even go to the river with bottom or middle pair, trying to hit two pair where he can bust you. So you're going to have to, when you do get your big hand, is find a way to bet the hand to put pressure on him and make it look like maybe you're not that strong, but you're overbetting a weak hand. And
but you got to stay with your gut, though, because the guy can come back and bet 20 times what you have, but you got to be willing to go all in order to try to win the pot. You can't let him blow you out just because he has more money, I guess.
Exactly, right? You know, and so you have to also like limit your starting hands. We always say in poker is if you're up against a weak passive player, play aggressive. If you're up against an aggressive loose player, play passive. So I always stick with that thought of playing much tighter against an aggressive loose player.
Okay, great. Good advice. Thanks very much, Mike.
All right, thanks, Eric, for the call.
Take care.
Welcome to the Mouthpiece. What can I do for you?
Hey, Mike. I have a question for you.
Who am I speaking with?
First of all, I love your game. I like how you're off the wall and just crazy. But I wanted to ask you, what exactly did you go to jail for a couple of years ago? Heard stories and I've heard rumors, but, you know, I've heard some bad things and some good things.
What do you want to know?
What you went to jail for a couple of years ago?
Yo, I went to jail for raping your mother. What are you calling me with these stupid questions? What did I go to jail for? I mean, this is in the past. I don't bring this shit up. This is 2007. That was 2004. Next caller, please. Hello, welcome to the Mouthpiece. What's your name? What can I do for you?
Hey, Mike, this is Andrew from actually from here in Vegas. Seen you around a bunch of times. I've never been able to come up and actually talk to you, but almost every time I see you, you're always talking about how in debt you are and how much money you owe. But I mean, I know you won like $2 million a couple of years ago. Is this problem of players going in debt as bad as it really seems? Can you lose that much money in that short a period of time?
Well, the truth of the matter is like I won $2.5 million a couple of years ago, and I was a little bit in debt before that, and I actually was staked in them tournaments, so I only got about half of that. And so when it was all said and done, I only got about $400,000 or $500,000. And when you gamble as high as I do, and you swing a lot, and you make dumb prop bets, and you bet on sports, it ain't hard to go in debt. So it's a problem that I think that most gamblers do have is they get a hold of a lot of money at a relatively young age, or even if they're old like me and they just make mistakes and they like to gamble. It's just something they do.
But, I mean, if you go broke, how do you get money to keep playing? I mean, all these people seem to go on cycles and they have money.
Well,
how do you get more money?
First of all, you better be friends with a lot of rich people that think you can play poker or you can't borrow. So if you can't borrow, you're kind of screwed. So my advice to most people out there and to you is if you like to bet, gamble, and play high, don't blow your bankroll if you have nobody to borrow from, because once that's gone, you're screwed.
Well, Mike, this is cool. I think I can't wait to call in again. Thank you so much for doing.
Thanks
this
for calling the show, and I hope to hear from you again, Andrew.
You will. Thank you so much.
You will. Bye. All right, next caller, please. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. Who am I talking to? What can I do for you?
This is Skinny from Memphis. I want to know, I'm a beginning pot limit Omaha player. How much do you value the nut flush draw when facing a big raise?
Well, I don't value it that much if I don't have anything to go with it. Let's say the flop was to come deuce, a 7, a jack, with a 7 deuce of hearts. And now I have the ace, the king, the queen, and the deuce with the nut flush draw. It just goes up way more in value, because now if somebody has jacks and 7s, you can catch an ace, a king, or a queen to make a higher 2 pair. Or if somebody has, if it comes, let's say, queen, a 10, and a 4, and somebody has like a queen and a 10, and you have the king, the jack, and the nut flush draw, you're such a big favorite, or you become a much bigger favorite. So basically speaking, I don't like just playing just a straight nut flush draw. I mean, you have to have ways to back into a high hand other than the flush draw. Other than that, you're just playing like a hold'em hand where you got 9 outs twice, where you're close to 2-1, you know, like what, 68-32 dogs. So that's not a spot you really want to be in. So yeah, I always believe you want to have more with it.
Okay, thanks. And one
All right,
more
Skinny,
thing.
thanks for the phone call.
Who do you think the best pot limit Omaha players are?
Well, there's so many of them now. I just started playing the game Pot Limit Omaha, and I'm starting to get decent at the game. But it seems like the game is you're never really that much more than 60-40 in a hand or 62-38. So there's a lot of luck involved in the game, and you got to be an aggressive player, and you have to be you got to play solid. So you know, it's tough for me to answer that question right now, but there's a lot of great players, so I really can't answer that right now.
All right. You one of them, Mike? Thanks, Mike.
Thanks for calling. Well, that'll do it for our first episode of the Mouthpiece. I hope you all enjoyed our phone calls, our gossip of the poker world, and hearing from me, myself, Mike. What's my name again? Mike the Mouth Matiso, live from the Card Player Studios. Starting next week at approximately 3 o'clock, we're going to start taking your phone calls. So call us at this number. Can you see it? 1-877-675-1306. That's 1-877-675-1306. We're going to be taking phone calls. You can talk to Mike the Mouth Matiso. It'll be Thursdays, 3 o'clock on the Mouthpiece. Take care. Yours truly. I'm out. Later.